Autonomous driving is the industry's promise to eliminate 90% of all accidents. However, accidents involving self-driving cars and advanced driver assistance systems, many of which were caused by defective software, show that current autonomous driving cannot be considered as safe as promoted, and call for better approach to test the software controlling the self-driving cars. This new technology combined several fields together to achieve human-level proficiency in driving. To ensure the safety and trust, it must perform better than human drivers in various aspects, such as maintaining the road safety, traffic rules, following the guidelines, and taking the appropriate decision. Self-driving cars are deployed in real time and need to participate with human drivers. Self-driving cars are safer than human drivers, but some emergency situations where collisions are unavoidable, human drivers may be forced to take sudden decisions. Self-driving cars should be programmed in such a way that they must be able to handle unpredictable situations where collisions are more likely to occur. There were few ideas, such as transferring the control to human passengers if it is anything risky, but human reaction is very slow compared to the machine, so it will be a bad idea to do so. Programming self-driving cars to face accident scenarios is important and is similar to the trolley problem. It is also important to discuss how ethics are imposed on accidents algorithms for self-driving cars. Imagine that we are presented in a scenario where we are driving a car on the highway behind a truck. A container falls from the truck. On the left, we have a car passing, on the right, a motorcycle, and there are cars behind us too. What will you do? Crash the motorcycle, saving your life, hitting the container to save others' life, or crashing the left car, assuming high risk and potential death? If a human is driving, it will be considered as a reaction, but if it is a self-driving car, it will be considered a decision. According to Kant, we hold the power of decision and we must act in order to preserve the human rights, in this case, to live. Imagine that the self-driving car has the technology to detect what is the potential action to take in order to provoke the minimum damage to the driver. In the same scenario, on the left, we have a motorcycle with a person using the safety helmet. On the right, we have another motorcycle with a person not using the safety helmet. Will you crash the motorcycle with the safety helmet because there is less probability of death, or will you crash the motorcycle at the right because it's his or her fault not use the correct equipment? Utilitarian will believe that the artificial intelligence of these cars should be programmed to maximize statistical life saved, because maximizing statistical lives saved will lead to the greatest outcome in the terms of utility to society. Most people feel that accidents should happen naturally rather than letting a robot or a software to decide who lived or died. In the other hand, the virtue ethics suggests that we treat our character as a lifelong project. In other words, am I more important than the other driver, and so I should hit the motorcycle because it will cause me less damage? And the final question is the fault of the programmers or engineers, or is the fault of the companies providing these self-driving cars? Or is it the car's fault? As an example of the technical challenge, we can mention the decision-making process the trolley problem focuses on, and its implementation, which is central for the behavior of the car, and which might use unreliable or insecure technological components. To mitigate these problems, self-driving cars technology should follow new laws, ethical principles, and guidelines. These present new expectations which affects software engineering that is involved in all its stages, from its regulatory infrastructure to the requirements, engineering, development, implementation, testing, and verification. This architectural and design decision should then be embedded into the code that will run the self-driving vehicles and ensure it's ethically. It is also necessary to enforce the transparency of those processes and software to enable independent evaluation. Spotting these moral hairpin turns now will help us maneuver the unfamiliar road of the technology ethics and allow us to cruise confidentially and conscientiously into a great new future.